everybody. It is Natalie from Power Moon Tarot. Welcome to your reading. Today's reading is called Light My Fire, Their Thoughts and Feelings. I hope everyone's having a great holiday, and I have some holiday colors to choose from as far as the piles go today. So for pile number 1, we have the red tea light. For pile number 2, we have the green tea light. And for pile number 3, we have the white tea light. Okay, take a deep breath, clear your mind, think about what pile is calling you today. Is it red? Is it green? Is it white? Okay, maybe it's multiple piles. And of course, you're free to watch as many piles as you please. So let's go ahead and get into it for today. Pile number 1, starting with pile number 1. Okay, pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the red tea light, and today's reading is called Light My Fire. We're going to find out what's going on with your person's thoughts and feelings during this very merry time of year. I know it's not always the most merry for everyone. I know it can be a tough time of year for people too, so just want to hold space for that. I hope everybody is at least enjoying some time off. That's one of the good things about the holidays, is at least we get a little bit of time off from the grind. So let's go ahead and get into it for my beautiful, gorgeous pile number 1. So let's go ahead and see. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. Spirits, angels, and guides, can you show me this person's thoughts and feelings here for my pile number 1s? For my pile number 1s. I don't know why I almost called you guys pile number 3. Maybe I already did, but anyway, for my pile number 1s, show me for pile number, okay. There we go. All right, pile number 1. And we have Judgment on the bottom of the deck. Okay, so we're going to look at these 3 cards here in a minute, but first I'm going to pull the oracle cards and then we'll take a look at everything, okay? So we have here, we have retreat, a timely departure and letting go, withdrawal, reevaluation, and taking off, basically, okay? So this person could be gone right now, pile number 1. They could be on a trip, they could be away from you, they could be at a distance from you, or something within them has told them to take a couple steps back, okay? But let's go ahead and see what else we have. We have Gemini and cross-pollinate, okay? And, you know, somebody, I feel like this person could have stepped away to get their thoughts organized, to think about what's going on, and they may have been very busy as well too, pile number 1, because we see the bees here, and as we know, bees are very busy bees, okay? But let's go ahead and see what else we have here. We have the 12th house and introspection. Yeah, so this person taking some much needed time to kind of get themselves aligned and get themselves back in order, okay? And I also feel like with Gemini in the 12th house, this person doesn't really know what to say right now, pile number 1. So they've kind of backed off because, you know, there might not be a whole lot left to say, or they may not know what to say next, okay? And this person could be a little bit awkward at times, and maybe sometimes they tend to, instead of like dealing with things, they may bury their heads in the sand, or just try to forget things by staying busy, okay? But I do feel like this person is having a lot of thoughts, all right? They're with the Gemini energy here. Somebody here may be a Gemini or have a lot of 12th house planets in their chart, but somebody here is deep in thought, okay? This person is deep in thought and thinking about like reevaluating. It says reevaluating here. So this person like reevaluating something, okay? And it also says retirement here, and I know not everyone who watches my channel is like 25 years old, and I see the number 50 and 53 here, so somebody could be thinking about, you know, like 3 years from now, or retiring, or when it's going to be finally time for them to let go of what they're doing. I know people don't normally retire at 50 or 53. I mean, if you got the money to, fine. But I mean, somebody here really thinking about taking a couple steps back and needing to take time to sort themselves out. Okay. And they may have been overthinking a little bit. And I feel like this person's kind of sensitive, pile number one, and they may get in their head at times because of what's being said around them or what's happening around them. And so I feel at times this person just needs to kind of withdraw, to think, and to understand what's happening around them. Okay. And they may need to have some time alone right now. Let's see what else we have. We have the Phoenix, new phase, rekindle, transformation, growth, and a changed mind. And we have Judgment here as well on the bottom of the deck. And whenever I see the Phoenix, it certainly reminds me of the Judgment card in the tarot, because the Judgment card is the spirit of the primal fire. And when I think of the spirit of the primal fire, I think of the Phoenix. All right, so this person purposely pulling back to get themselves in order so that they can emerge like the Phoenix, reborn, rekindle, new phase, changed mind. Okay, so let's see what else here. And this person may have a habit of kind of doing this, pile number one, where they withdraw and they retreat and they are kind of in their own heads, and you don't hear from them or you don't see them. And then all of a sudden they emerge like the Phoenix, ready to rekindle something with you, or ready to kind of start something over with you again. And, you know, if you yourself like, you know, to stability and to know what's happening in your, I mean, most people like stability and to know what's happening in their connections, but some people can deal with more alone time and more like, you know, time apart and time to think and time to be by oneself or to dwell on different things in life. Some people can actually deal with that better than other people. And some people have a very hard time with that, especially if they're more anxiously attached, okay? And there might have been multiple times where you thought, like, is this person blowing me off, or is this the end of the connection? And if they are, then I'm taking drastic action, okay? Because Judgment is definitely can be about taking some very drastic action to get to a different phase or to get to a different phase in the connection. And Judgment card as well is very much like I said, like the Phoenix. It's like rebirth. And I actually think in some decks, tarot decks, they represent the Judgment card with a Phoenix on the front of it. Okay, so that makes sense. We have, the tiger, the fire, the fire. Okay, so it's not that this person isn't attracted. It's not this person isn't drawn to you. And I do think with the tiger here, this person is thinking about you at night when they're alone, pile number one. I think they've had their thoughts wander to them many times late at night when they're alone. And it's quiet and there's no one else around and everything is kind of silent. This person may be a night owl as well. They may work late at night. They may be creative people who like to work better late at night or who prefer to stay up late. The tiger is a very nocturnal representation in this deck. But it's like, I feel like this person has the most insights and creativity at night. Okay. And I also feel like this person gets like very turned on in the nighttime, and they wish, I feel like during the day it's easy. Well, it's easy for this person to kind of disconnect, okay? Like just to go silent or to, go through periods of isolation, I feel, pile number one. But they're also very ravenous with the tiger. They're also very hungry for affection. They're also very hungry for physical touch. They're also very sexual as well. Okay, but when they get lost in their head with Gemini in the 12th house and they're pulling back their energy, they don't, you know, they might as well be on another planet in those moments. And I can see why you guys are like, well, what the heck is this person thinking? Because they're also coming through as like being very mysterious. And I feel like it's part of this person's allure is to be kind of mysterious and to be kind of a loner and to be, have that like fiery, passionate energy, but to kind of keep to themselves. Okay. And to keep things to themselves a little bit. And this person, they're very emotional with the tiger, but I also feel like this person gets locked in their head sometimes, thinking about everything, being super highly creative, but not maybe talking a whole lot and maybe not sharing a whole lot of how it is that they're feeling at times, okay? But with the Phoenix and the Tiger, we have somebody who yearns for you. I feel like pile number one, especially later into the evening. We have here secrets. Wow. Okay. So, like I said, with this tiger, like not really speaking, not really talking, really keeping things quiet, keeping things to themselves, not telling you what's going on in their head. You guys may get a little bit paranoid about this person, thinking they're keeping things from me. They're not telling me the whole truth. I don't think they're really busy. I think they're out, trying to hook up with someone else, or I think they're off trying to get with someone else, okay? But with 12th house and secrets, there could definitely be two people here with this Gemini as well. Gemini represents the twins and in astrology, and there could definitely be something. Pile number one, if it's true or not, but there could be, if you guys have a hunch that this person at times hasn't been totally straightforward with you, or they've kept secrets from you, or you don't know you feel like you don't have the whole scoop on this situation, then I'm here to tell you that you're right. If you feel that intuitively, pile number one, I feel that you're right, because this person isn't really telling you the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God, okay? Or they're just, sometimes with people, it's lies of omission. They just like leave things out and they don't say it, but when they actually should be saying something, okay? And some of you here with this secrets in the 12th house could be thinking, is this person, you may be feeling a little paranoid, like, is this person keeping secrets from me? Okay, are they leaving because they're going? Are they disconnecting from me or leaving because they're off trying to get with someone else? Are they? And I feel some of you in pile number one, like you're very intuitive yourself, okay? And you pick up on a lot of things too, and you pick up on a lot of the things that people don't say, which is just as important as the things that people do say, if you listen carefully. And the tiger definitely knows how to listen carefully to what is and isn't being said. All right. And you guys may be a little bit on the fence. Like, is this person withdrawing? Are they because they're overly mentally stimulated and they need some time and they've been busy and they need some space at various times? Or are they straight up keeping secrets from me? Okay. We have nostalgia here. So this person, I think this person goes back and forth sometimes, pile number one, like wanting to rekindle or start a new phase or renew something here with you with this Phoenix. There's a lot of physical attraction with the tiger, okay? It's not like this person has stopped wanting you or has all of a sudden one day not found you attractive, okay? And I feel like this person with nostalgia, they're also missing you, pile number one, but they're also wondering what you've got going on. Some of them could be wondering what you're up to, or why you've been quiet, or why you've been silent, or why you haven't been, because I feel like with Judgment on the bottom of the deck here, some of you have changed your tactic with this person from going on to like full pursuit to kind of just hanging back and letting them figure it out, you know, and not really like pushing the issue. And I also feel like this person could have some nostalgia for the time that when you used to trust them, or when you used to believe them, or when you used to just kind of, you know, when times were a little bit more innocent, when there weren't so many like secrets, or there weren't so many stories going on in their head or your head. Okay. And it's like before you two were kind of like keeping things from each other, there was a lot of passion in this connection, or there is the potential to have passion. But I also feel like the paranoia and the secrets and the non-communication is a real problem. And it may be sexy with the tiger and the phoenix. There may be quite a sexy atmosphere about this connection because it's very mysterious and different with the 12th house, but it also causes pain. You know, and the 12th house in astrology is the house of psychological pain, and secrets cause pain, you know, when we don't really speak our truth with Gemini in the 12th house, when we don't really speak our truth to people and let them know where we're at, like people start assuming the worst, or they start getting paranoid. So I wouldn't blame you if you felt that way, pile number one. Okay. And some of you here, as a response to that, may have retreated yourself. Okay. But you're wondering with this Phoenix, is it possible? Is it possible? Judgment. Could we resurrect this bitch? Could we resurrect this relationship? Could we resurrect, well, I called it this bitch, but you know what I mean? Could we resurrect a bitch around here? File number one. Could we get this show on the road? Could we get something happening here again? Or are we just going to retreat to our two separate corners to be left alone with our thoughts, thinking about the things that we never said and wishing for the times that we could have had but didn't have? So there's a lot of this going on, and there's a lot of yearning going on, and it could be from both of your sides, okay? And we have here abundance and energy. Okay, so again, the Gemini in the 12th house with retreat doesn't really strike me as an abundance of energy, okay? It actually strikes me as somebody who is having a hard time mentally with overthinking or anxiety and needs to kind of pull back. But, you know, the tiger and the phoenix are definitely a lot more energetic, okay? So, you know, I feel like there are times when this person has an abundance of energy, or has an abundance of physical energy, or an abundance of sexual energy. And I feel like when they're in those places, they just want to, like, you know, get it out, like wrestle around or get out that energy with you in a physical way, okay? And when this person has an abundance of energy is when they're like feeling the best about themselves, and when they're thinking about rekindling a situation, okay? But with this Phoenix and abundance and energy, there has got to be a big shift or a big transformation or a lot of growth in this connection, so that you two can feel more energy with each other. Because going the way that things are right now, it's like two ships passing in the night, okay? And so if you or this person really wants to see what this connection is made of, or is thinking about the other person, or is secretly thinking about the other person in the past, then, you know, this person's going to have to put energy into resurrecting this connection, okay? And they may want to, they may have a side of them that really wants to, okay? And they may be thinking, you know, I'm going to withdraw now. I'm going to like take it easy. I'm going to figure out what I want. And then once I know, I'm going to come back with more energy, okay? And more sexual energy or physical energy. Talking about, come on, baby, light my fire, right? This light my fire is abundance, energy, and the tiger. Very, very much like light my fire and stop me from overthinking everything and stop me from dwelling on everything and stop me from like just disappearing into my cave, you know? And I do feel like this person wants that, okay? But they're wanting to experience a onrush of energy. And sometimes people go and they withdraw a little bit and they go back into their cave because they want the other person to pursue them, or they want the other person to come at them, or they want the other person to, you know, share that abundance of energy with them as well. Okay, but I think you guys have been a little on the fence, pile number one, because you're like, should I though? Like, should I? Should I? Because I'm waiting to see something different from this person with the Phoenix. I'm waiting to see them show me an abundance of energy, okay? Because I do feel there was, with this nostalgia, I do feel there was a time or a place when this person was showing you an abundance of energy, okay? And we have Saturn returns and age. You know, that's interesting because I talked about at the beginning of the reading how not everyone who watches my channel is like 25 years old. Like some people are in their 40s or their 50s or late 30s or whatever. But like, you know, not everybody is 60s. Not everybody who watches my channel is a youngin'. But, you know, this person, you know, Saturn is also about denying. Saturn can operate in a way where we're denying ourselves an opportunity to really, where we're really limiting ourselves from experiencing happiness and joy. Okay, and Saturn is great in some ways too because it brings a lot of maturity. And we have card 50 here, and then we have card 50 here with Saturn return and age. Somebody here in the connection may be older. There may be an age difference in this connection. But it's also like, you know, we don't often think of age as having an abundance of energy. Like normally as we get older, a lot of people feel like, geez, I don't have the same energy that I had before. And this Saturn return person on this card, they're representing Kronos here, looks a little bit crabby. And, you know, this person may be thinking like, I'm going to limit the energy that I put into things until I see something more from pile number one. Or, you know, I also just think that this person wishes that they were more spontaneous or that they had more energy to kind of restart things. But I also feel like this person could be bitter in a way too, because Saturn can definitely represent that bitterness towards a situation. Like it just doesn't, I want to have energy and I want to be happy, but you know, some people actually like being miserable. Also, Saturn is a planet of isolation, and some people really are introverts and get a lot of energy from, which is fine. You know, some people are introverts in the world and they get a lot of energy and abundance of energy from spending some time alone and having time to themselves. And maybe that's all that this person needs in order to get their energy back, pile number one, okay? But if you're someone that needs to be in constant communication all the time and be shown like a lot of energy in a pursuit, you know, it may be you're wondering like, will this person show that to me again, or with the Phoenix, or will this change? But the issue is this person at times, I feel like pile number one is given to like pulling back, and it may not always, I don't think it's always about you or about a person. It's just kind of who they are. Like they may need time. They may need time and space to get back to an energetic state, okay, that actually works for pursuing a connection. All right. But I also feel like sometimes this person is really stubborn, pile number one, and they don't really want to give something the attention it deserves. And I feel like sometimes this person thinks like I'm always going to be alone, or, you know, I give my energy to things and it doesn't even work out anyway. Why bother? That can definitely be a Saturn issue. And especially as people get older in life, they oftentimes don't really want to change their habits, their beliefs, their opinions. And you know, when we're just kind of crystallizing, like Saturn has a tendency to do, and we're not changing, that's what I think creates the feeling of getting old. Honestly, that's what I think creates because some people that are older are very youthful and have a lot of abundance of energy, but it's because they're not like, you know, bitterly clinging to a way of seeing the world and shutting everything else out, right? So there's some interesting energy with this person, and they may get uncomfortable as well with someone showing them an abundance of energy all the time, because they're like, I need my space, I need my alone time. All right. And if you're a person, pile number one, that needs your space and alone time too, and you're good with it, and you're good with like giving people plenty of space, and you need the space too, so you're fine with it, then okay, great. Right? But if you're not like that, then I think this connection could be a problem, because it's causing you to have to, with Judgment on the bottom of the deck, it's causing you to kind of like rethink your approach to relationships, or rethink kind of how you do things. Or, you know, it may involve turning yourself inside out to complement your personality with someone else's personality, which isn't gonna work in the long run, you know. And I'm not trying to be negative or anything like that, pile number one. And, you know, and with Saturn with abundance of energy, like, I mean, Saturn could be looking at somebody jumping up and down with tons of energy and joy and rolling their eyes. Like, you're just going to tire yourself out by doing that, okay? So maybe some of you have gotten very like critical with yourself about this connection, or this person can be critical at times themselves, all right? So let's go ahead and see what's happening. We have the 8 of Cups here. And we have the 9 of Swords. Oh, yeah. You guys are like, this whole situation is giving me a headache. And I don't blame you. We have the Page of Swords. And I think you guys are feeling like very frustrated with this situation, because you're not quite sure how to approach it, or you're not quite sure what's the right thing to say, or you're not sure if you should say something, or you're not sure if, you know, I think you're questioning yourself quite a bit here, pile number one. Like, should I do something about this? Should I, and you know, it could be giving you a headache, like thinking about it, or it could be causing you, like, you to overthink. It's like, I don't even know, like, what to think. What should I say to this person? And it may always feel like it's the wrong time, or that the timing is bad, or the timing is off to kind of speak on something with this person. Because a lot of times people want to wait for like a better day, when the skies are clearer and your mind is clearer and all these types of things. But, you know, I just think that it's really hard with this 9 of Swords and Page of Swords to really get the message out, or to really say what's on your heart and mind. And this whole situation could be giving you a tension headache. You're like, yeah, just thinking about this has my brow furrowed and is giving me lines and wrinkles just thinking about this situation. And I don't blame you, pile number one. I don't blame you. But it's like, I can't say the right thing, and I don't know the right thing to say to this person. And yeah, so pile number one, I'm just going to say, instead of like worrying about this, because I think with this Page of Swords and this 9 of Swords, there's a lot of worries about what to think and what to say and what your next move should be. And it's like, this person's got me stressing out. And I think there's no reason to stress your beautiful face that way, pile number one, okay? And you may be getting stressed thinking with this secrets card here, this person's keeping something from me. I don't know the whole truth. Like, you know, the whole situation is really bugging me out, okay? And let me look at this real quick too. So this person, I feel like this person with the Eight of Cups, like sometimes they're like genuinely like miserable. I mean, they can be sometimes very emotionally miserable, I feel, pile number one. But some people like it. Some people actually, especially if they're artists or creative people, a lot of people like, you know, when it's like, and you can see him standing in the rain, in the darkness, and just kind of standing there. All right. This person may like to take walks a lot. They may walk even if the weather is bad or even if it's raining. Okay, this person may wear hoodies a lot of the time, or and may carry like, you know, a purse or a backpack or a man purse. You know how those things are. But anyway, this person could also have a beard or have graying in their beard. Okay, but this person may like dark colors. They may like, some people like it. Some people get very energized by the winter and the rain, and they like to wear dark clothes, and they don't really want sunshine. Sunshine feels overpowering and overwhelming to them. All right. And I feel like sometimes with this Eight of Cups, this person just gets kind of lost in their emotional world. And I think they hover a lot too. Like they hover between leaving and going. They hover between, and actually I can see two cups on both sides of this person. So this person, I talked about a person having two people or kind of trying to, having two, for those of you that know that there's another thing or this person, here's the thing, pile number one. I don't think this person is off gallivanting with another person like intensely in a very like happy way. I don't really think that. I think they may be stuck in a rock and a hard place, or I think they may be a little bit emotionally stuck. And so they're just pulling back to think about what it is that they should do next. Okay. And I think they're alone is what I think. I mean, there may be somebody from their past or somebody around them that likes them. You obviously like them, otherwise you wouldn't be on this reading. And some of you may be thinking like, why do I still like this person? Like, why do I, and you may ask yourself that, and you may be like, why do I even still like this person? Or why am I even still like thinking about this person? Okay. And I think this person has a way of lingering like emotionally and like not making any choice or not making any decision, and just kind of like staying alone a lot of the time too. Okay. So they're not a person that's really given to like open communication where people just say what they want and need. Okay. Like, I don't know. This person to me feels very inhibited when it comes to that. All right. And it may be, this person may also be pretty hard to get to know, and intellectual in a way too, because we have this Gemini energy here, like very intellectual, and we see the Page of Swords. And you're not a dummy, pile number one. Like, you're no dummy either. You're a very smart person, and I think you can connect with people conversationally, and you're normally like very good and very witty and smart and funny. But I feel like this person throws you off for some reason. Okay. And yeah, I feel like they just throw you off, or they give you a headache, and it's like, what am I even doing? Like, this person is just confusing me mentally. Okay. So that is very interesting, pile number one. And we can see Judgment on the bottom of the deck here. So there's this whole thing of the Phoenix and the resurrection. And should I put energy into trying to talk to this person or trying to resurrect a thing here? Okay. And I feel like a lot of you are just, you know, maybe you want to put some energy with abundance and energy, but you're also with this Saturn. You're like, I don't know. I don't know. It's not my first rodeo. This isn't my first time around the block. If somebody isn't really being straight on and straightforward with me, I don't really want to be with them. I don't really have much to say either then. So I get it. I get your point with that, pile number one. I really do. And let's go ahead and close with a little bit of advice for pile number one. Spirit, can I get some advice here for pile number one as we close this reading? Can I get some advice here? Can I get some advice for pile number one, please? Advice. Okay. Ace of Wands. Okay. This is an interesting deck because it's the Tarot of Oppositions, and this would be like the Ace of Wands reversed, okay? Because I'm seeing the bent wand and the dark sky and everything too. So this essentially is the Ace of Wands reversed. And so I don't think it's the right time to take action, okay? Pile number one, I don't think it's the right time to like say something or take action. I don't, with the Ace of Wands reversed, I would probably keep my energy and my thoughts to myself, okay? And yeah, and the Ace of Wands reversed just says like that you know better to pursue something that isn't really like delivering the goods to you, okay? And because things are so unclear and because this person is so retreated and needing time to think and needing time to whatever, I don't feel it's the right time to put pressure on the situation, pile number one. It may not really get you anywhere, okay? But I think you guys deserve to have a new beginning in your life, a new passionate beginning. And with the Ace of Wands reversed, this situation isn't really delivering a new passionate beginning. It just keeps coming up Saturn, okay? It just keeps coming up as black and dull and gray and hardship and not, you know, communication bad, getting hopes up with abundance and energy only to have them let down with Saturn. So I would just say no, okay? Like that would be my thing if I was to give you advice, pile number one. And you know, I'm giving you guys like the straight up advice here, okay? But Ace of Wands reversed is definitely not a time to proceed, because if you try to proceed with the Ace of Wands reversed, it will only like weaken you further or weaken your position in this situation further, okay? Pile number one, which I mean, you guys don't need to be doing that because you're very smart, you're very sharp, you're very clever and funny and interesting. And yeah, so this person, if they want to be miserable in their hole, then, you know, that's up to them. But then don't drag pile number one along with you. That's my advice, okay? So pile number one, that is what I am getting for you, my loves. And any of you who'd ever like to get a personal reading with me, you can find information below on how to book one. And I will be offering astrology chart readings soon on my website. I'm just about done with it. So for those of you that would like to work with me further, you will have those options. Thank you so much, pile number one, and take care. Let's move on to pile number two. Pile number two, welcome to your reading. You chose the green tea light, and today's reading is called Light My Fire, Their Thoughts and Feelings, okay? Come on, baby, light my fire for pile number two with the green tea light. All right, I did a red, green, and white Christmas theme for the tea lights today. Just trying to, I'm usually such a bah humbug holiday person, but trying to be a little bit more with it this year. So let's go ahead for my pile number 2s. Let's go ahead for my pile. I had my dog dressed up in her Christmas dress yesterday. It was pretty funny. She's pretty... It's a little obnoxious, but it's funny, pile number 2, okay? But let's go ahead and get into your reading. Light my fire, their thoughts and feelings. Spirit, can you show me? Can you show me their thoughts and feelings, please? Can you show me their thoughts and feelings, please? For pile number 2, their thoughts and feelers. Okay. So we have the 9 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. And I'm just going to go ahead and keep these 3 up here upside down, and I'm going to turn over the oracle cards, and then we'll get into the tarot. We're just moving right along. We have Sagittarius. Okay, well, that Sagittarius card wanted to jump out before the other card. It's supposed to go right there. So Sagittarius energy, expansion, big time expansion, and the 9 of Wands is a moon in Sagittarius card anyway. So we've got 2 Sagittarian influences showing up here. Some of you may have that heavy in your chart, or they may. We have excess. Wow. Okay. Expansion and excess. Well, that's really one of the things that Jupiter is really good with, which is the ruler of Sagittarius, is expanding things and making things bigger. But making things bigger isn't always better. Sometimes it gets overwhelming. And in this photo, you see someone getting kind of crushed under the weight of their past decisions, or under the weight of their workload, or under the weight of their suffering, okay? And we have stress and overload and exhaustion, obsessiveness, gluttony, burdens, worries, and the breaking point, okay? And this person likes to shoot for the moon and aim high, but I think sometimes they really have a way of getting in over their head, okay? Or taking on too much. Also, I just feel like this person's like under the weight of a lot of emotional baggage at this point too. This person may not be doing the best health-wise. They may be under the weather. They may have the flu. They may be having a headache. They may be, just struggling here, okay? And I mean, it happens. Like, it is flu season, so it happens. But we have card 28, and then we have number 9 here, so we could have 28 or 29-year-olds in the reading here. But this person, 28 and 29 is when we start going through our Saturn return, which is pretty heavy times, okay? So, I mean, I feel like this person's very optimistic with this expansion energy. And I feel like they normally have a lot of energy, or they're normally very excited, or they got a lot of things going on, or a lot of plans, or a lot of things. But I feel like lately this person needs a vacation. They need a break. They need, they need to feel good in their body. This person may be athletic with Sagittarius here. They may like working out. They may like going to the gym. They may do some type of sport. Pile number 2, or be very athletic or good at some type of sport. This person may have a very sexy body. Some of you in this pile number 2, may be very good at sports as well, and be very sexy, or, do different types of things. There's somebody here with a very, very active energy, okay? And it could be that you want to go out and do things, or you want to go out and have fun, pile number 2, but this person is crushed with responsibilities and the things that they have to get done. I feel like pile number 2 may be feeling a little bit neglected here, because it's like you guys wanting to have fun, or you guys wanting to go somewhere or travel, or to, go do something exciting, okay? And it may be you that's kind of always coming up with the things to do, or the places to go, or things like that. But this person having a hard time, I feel like they're saying, like, I would like to expand things with you, but I'm having some issues right now handling myself in life and overburdening myself, okay? And Gluttony is on here too. So expansive gluttony could also be getting this person down. I feel like this person could have ate something that didn't agree with them as well. You know, especially the holidays are definitely given to excess gluttony. We have solar flares and activate. I think there's been quite a few solar flares going on right now, okay? I feel like, okay, and solar flares can affect people. Like solar weather does affect people who are very like sensitive, but mainly it's about activating a sense of purpose or activating like a passion, okay? And I do feel like this person has an activated passion towards you, okay? And an attraction to you and an activated passion towards you. But they may just be under the weather or under the weight of a lot of things right now, okay? And there is this sense here too, and it could be them, pile number 2. It's a general reading, but there is this sense of someone always having to be the one to kind of reach out to the other person, or always having to be the active one, or always having to make all the plans, and maybe getting a little bit tired of that, or maybe just feeling like they're carrying the weight of the connection, or that they're expected to be the one like activating and pushing this connection forward. Okay. And some people can feel, even sensitive people can feel like physically ill when there's a lot of solar flares going on as well. Somebody here may have like a pulled muscle as well, or maybe having like muscle pain, joint pain, things like that. Okay, pile number 2, but let's see what else. I mean, it all sounds like a bummer. You're like, okay, well, that's not cool. But I mean, we have activations and expansion. So it can't be all bad. And I do think this person gets very excited when they think of you, or they get very activated and, you know, engorged, if you will, pile number 2, when they think of you. All right. They swell in the inside, pile number 2. Let's see what else. We have mirroring each other, self-image, relationships reflect our wounds, and introspection. Okay, so that's interesting because introspection showed up in pile number 1 as well. But also you two mirroring each other, or you and this person could be very similar, or you and this person would both like to activate and expand this connection more, but you've been very busy, or you've been very distracted with a lot of other things, okay? And exhaustion, stress, overload, hitting a breaking point with something, okay? But relationships reflect our wounds. And the wound here, I feel like pile number 2 is like overgiving, overdoing, giving everything to the point of one's health breaking down, or just doing too much. Okay, and you and this person, and I'm also getting like family obligations. So somebody's doing an awful lot for family, or doing an awful lot for work, these types of things. Okay, and it's like with this introspection, this person asking, why do I always take on so much, and why am I always so exhausted? Why am I always so tired? All I want to do is go out and have fun and meet someone and experience life, but why does everything have to feel so crushing at times? Okay, so maybe both of you feeling this way. We have turtle, okay? So we have expansion, and then we have turtle. So, you know, expansion is kind of the opposite energy of turtle, because turtle is earth energy. It's very slow. It's really taking it easy, okay? And I do feel like this person wants to kind of like take it easy with you. There's this big expectation that we always be doing something in society, and we always, you know, but I feel like this person, they may like just having simple fun, or just relaxing together even, okay? And so we see the need like you two are both excited about each other, pile number 2, I feel like, but you're both feeling like, I got to take things a little bit slow here. I can't just go balls to the wall like I normally would. I got to take, because if you want something to last, you don't want to like burn out right away. Do you know what I'm saying, pile number 2? Okay. And I feel like this person is wondering if you want to take it slow, okay? Or if you are needing to take it slow, okay? So I'm seeing that here. We have rekindle, okay? Rekindle. Interesting. Rekindling something very slowly but surely, all right? And I feel like this person is trying to kind of like mimic you in a way, pile number 2, because I do feel this person's like very, very excited to spend time with you or to see you or to get to know you. But I also feel like they don't want to like really rush you. So they're trying to take things a little bit slow here. Okay. Yeah, let's see what else. We have there's still hope. Rekindle, and there's still hope. So this person is not giving up on this connection, pile number 2. They're not like slow and steady wins the race with the turtle. And both of you here with this mirroring and turtle, both of you may feel like both of you may want to give this relationship another go. It may have been bad timing with the 9 of Wands. When you meet someone under the energy of the 9 of Wands, it's not the most opportune time. It's a very challenging time, and there could be other things going on, okay, like heaviness and burden, okay? But this person is saying, hey, like, let's, I took some time to think about it here with this mirror. And, you know, I feel like you've taught this person a lot of lessons, pile number 2, about like overdoing it or needing to go slower if you want something, if you want a relationship to be successful, okay? But this person doesn't think that this connection is over, pile number 2. They're saying, no, like there's still hope. When I see turtles, I also think of longevity. And ideally, like I said, I feel like you're very familiar to this person, pile number 2. Like there's something about your energy or something about who you are that feels like safe or familiar to this person, okay? And I feel like they really don't want to give up. I feel like they want to keep trying, or they want to see if there's something there, pile number 2, okay? Even if things have to be a little bit more sensitive or move slowly, or even if, you know, even if this person is experiencing stress in their life right now, I do feel like they'd like to get to know you better. I do feel like they'd like to talk to you again. I do feel like they would be interested in seeing what could happen in this connection, okay? We have magic, yeah, hey now, okay? So there's a real, I feel like sometimes this person, I feel like this person is really exciting or fun in certain ways, but they may not, and cute and attractive. I feel like they may not always see themselves that way. And pile number 2, that may be the same thing for you too. That you don't always like see yourself as the like magical, strong, enduring, fun, sexy, cool person that you are. Okay. And I feel like this person wants to, when they see you, they see that, pile number 2. And I don't know, I feel like you and this person can be a little bit similar. And maybe both of you don't always have the most like self-confidence all the time. I mean, we all have periods of doubt, okay? But I feel like when this person looks at you, they see somebody who's like very magical and special. I feel like pile number 2. We have ghost and turtle. Okay. So I feel like this person is saying, If I was really, really busy or very overburdened and stressed out and I was taking it very, very slow, it's not because I didn't like see magic with you. It's not because what we have isn't special. It's not because of anything like that. And actually, they're wanting to try to rekindle something. Okay. And I do feel like this person could have been very overloaded, pile number 2, when you were talking to them. So maybe they couldn't give this connection the time or attention it needed at that time. Okay, with this excess here and like taking on too much. Okay. And maybe that happens to you guys too. Okay. But I feel like this person is saying like, hey, I see my mistakes from before, or I see maybe how I went about things in the wrong way. And I really want to know, is there a possibility to kind of rekindle something here? Is there a possibility to like activate something here? Or did I miss my opportunity? Turtle and ghost. Was I too slow? Did I not like take the chance when I should have? Because I do feel with this magic mirror, the magic mirror reminds me of Venus and Neptune, or Neptune in general. I mean, this person I feel like is very besotted by you, pile number 2. Like they think you're very pretty or beautiful or magical. They think handsome. They think that you're like, you know, when they see you, I feel like this person is like, whoa, you know, pile number 2 is like very interesting, unique, attractive, kind, caring, like magical person. Okay. And I do feel like this person is, upon reflection with this mirror, I feel like this person is having some regrets here. Okay. Because they're like, did I move too slowly? Did I not like really show my interest to pile number 2? Did I really not convey how much I was actually trying to get to know pile number 2? And is there any way that we could kind of rekindle this situation? We have Taurus and I have, okay? So we see Sagittarius and Taurus coming up in this reading, but when we see the turtle, we can also think about Taurus. I mean, Taurus is known for being rather slow in their energy. But I feel like, you know, with Taurus here, like this person they don't want you to think that they're a flaky person. Okay, pile number 2, it just may have been the circumstances that they were in at the time, or the heaviness they were experiencing, or they physically weren't well, whatever it was, pile number 2. This person did notice magic between you two. They did notice a vibe. They did notice the magic that was existing between you two, and almost like a sense of glamour. This person could think like that you're very glamorous or interesting, pile number 2, but you know, in looking at you, it like gives them a warm feeling. It gives them a good feeling. And they're like, wow, you know, like their eyes are wide looking at pile number 2, like, wow, that type of thing. Pile number 2, like, wow, pile number 2 would be interested in me. I should really jump on this, or I should really like do something here. Okay. And I feel like this person, they may be a little bit, I feel like once you get into their world and once you're a part of their world, I feel like they don't let people go. They tend to hang on to people, or they tend to keep those people in their life. And yeah, and this person could be saying, you know, I want to be with the Taurus, or I feel that there's still hope with the Taurus. Maybe some of you have like moon in Taurus, Taurus rising or something. But this person is saying, like, I will have you, you will be mine, or we will get this thing going, okay? And we may need to go slower. We may need to be more deliberate and more like planned out with how this is being approached. But Taurus in astrology is represented by fixed earth. So it's like, once you have me, I'm not going anywhere. So I don't know, pile number 2, like, I guess make sure that this is like what you really want to, because I feel like, you know, once this person is really wanting to activate and expand on this connection, and worried that, oh my gosh, I didn't jump on the opportunity when I could have. All right, but if I get a second opportunity, or if I get to talk to pile number 2, I would go ahead and take that again, because I feel like this person is saying that they're still focused on you, or they still are very much thinking about you, or they're still longing for you. And for some of you, this could have even been a long time ago with the turtle and ghost, okay? And it's like, whatever happened to that person? And I feel like this person may think about you. Whatever happened to pile number 2? Okay? And I feel like for those of you where you were with this person in the past, or they were with you in the past, I feel, in more of a distant past, I feel like this person regrets relationships decisions that they made after you. Because I feel like at the time, they didn't really maybe know the true gem that they had in front of them, or they didn't really understand like the true person that they had in front of them. Okay. But I feel like this person is like, you know, like, what's going on with pile number 2, or where's pile number 2 at? Or how come I'm not seeing pile number 2 around here anymore? I was really hoping that I would run into pile number 2 again, or I was really hoping to, like, you know, get something going with pile number 2. All right. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes, like, you date someone, it ends, or you just are going to date, or you're lightly dating, and then they go off to kind of be with someone else, or you do. And it's like, I feel this person's still hanging on to like there could really be there something with pile number 2. Okay. But let's see what else we have here. We have the 5 of Wands, okay? The 7 of Cups. Yeah, this person not really able to make up their mind about what they wanted at the time, and feeling like they're under a lot of pressure, okay? And they may be under a lot of pressure of like deadlines, but instead of making a decision, this person just made no decision, and it ended up being bad for them. Okay. We have the 5 of Cups reversed. And I just feel like this person, wishes that they would have handled the situation with you differently. Okay. And this person could have been coming out of a long relationship or a breakup when they met you, okay? But I just feel like this person, and I feel like at the time, pile number 2, they may have acted like it was no big deal, or they may have even came off as like egotistical to you. But I feel like that at that time, or in that moment, but I feel like this person, and I feel like they think they gave up on this connection too easily without really fighting for it. Okay. And like, there could have been something really good here. And I feel like they're always left wondering, like, what could it have been if I just would have gotten off my ass and actually done something. Okay. So I do feel like this person has some regrets, or, you know, it's like, I should have thrown my hat in the ring, or I should have like been more forward, or I should have like taken more steps. Okay. All right. And I feel like they just think that they gave up too soon. Like, there's a little bit of hardship, or there was a little bit of contention going on with the 5 of Wands. And it's like, okay, I give up, you know. And this person may have a habit sometimes of doing that. Like, you know, things get hard and it's like, okay, I give up. And then it's like later they realize, oh shit, like that would have been actually like a good thing for me to try to pursue. Okay. And I feel like for some of you here, pile number 2, you may be over this situation in a way, or you're like, no, I'm getting over it. Or, yeah, I don't even know. I was conflicted for a while about this, but I mean, I don't really have any like regrets about the choices that I made. Like, you know, I did the best with what I had at the time, and this person was really confusing me or upsetting me at the time, so I just made a decision, you know. But I also see somebody who could have went to go be with someone else from their past, okay? Someone here was too confused to like pursue a new connection, or it was too hard for them, so they went back with someone from their past in order to avoid having to make a difficult decision. Okay, reverse 7 of Cups, reversed 5 of Cups. And in the end, all it did is cause this person more turmoil with the 5 of Wands. Like, it wasn't a wise thing for them to do, okay? And if this person went back to someone or went back to an ex, or if they were dating someone, you know, else, I do feel like this person really, really regrets it. Pile number 2, okay? And they're wondering, like, is there still hope? I still think about pile number 2, or I'm still into pile number 2. And yeah, I mean, I feel like this person is just saying if they had a second chance, they would be more methodical. They would be more like with an eye towards longevity. They would be more into like treating the connection like the special thing that it is, instead of like avoidance, you know? And this person may have kind of avoided a connection with you or avoided something with you because they didn't want to feel rejected, is also what I'm seeing too, as well. Pile number 2, okay? But I mean, if this person is trying to fight their feelings for you, I just feel like it doesn't end up working out for them, because they end up like wanting you or wanting a person like you. And I feel like pile number 2, they might have talked to you or been around you or dated with you or spoke to you or something, but I just feel like you're a unique person. We have Magic and Mirror. Like, you two actually have a lot in common, I feel. I feel like this person thinks that you two have a lot in common and thinks, you know, and it's like you don't just meet a pile number 2 every day. You really don't. So I do think that this person like is realizing with the 5 of Wands, like, I fucked up. I made a mistake. I took way too much time and didn't make a choice. Reverse 7 of Cups and, you know, reversed 5 of Cups. Now I just don't like, there's nothing I can really do to fix it. It sucks, but I can't really like do much to fix it. It just kind of is what it is. Okay. But I do feel like this person would like to not feel that way, and they would like to get something going here. Okay. And we have, I feel this person regrets actions from their past for sure. Okay. Like not stepping up to the plate, not making a decision, not going after it when they had the chance, when they could have, taking too long, you know, this type of thing. Okay. And we have a King of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So this may be, again, we have Taurus here, but we may have an earth sign. We may have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn showing up. But this person is not a person who I feel like is just going to, they made a bad choice that actually led to a really negative situation for them with the Devil and the 10 of Wands. Okay. And they made a bad decision, I feel like, because somebody like lied to them or somebody presented themselves to be something that they aren't. And I feel pile number 2, like you're a true blue person. Okay. They could have been with someone that cheated on them, that made it really hard for them, that lied to them, that always put all the responsibilities on them, where they felt stuck with this person. And they're just realizing, I feel like pile number 2, that you're a really high quality person. And, you know, and I feel like this person actually likes quality. And that's the crazy thing about it, is that they should have just gone for it fully when they had a chance. Okay. But here they are showing up in your reading, pile number 2. So anyway, there's still, they're trying to rekindle. There's still hope. Okay. And some of you guys here may be like, oh, wow, that was like long ago, Natalie. I don't know. This is like turtle and ghost. Like, yeah, I really wanted something like a long time ago or in a different time in my life, but like I moved on, I swam away from that, or I evolved, from that situation. And maybe even possibly for some of you, like this person not pursuing you or leaving your life in some way actually allowed you to pursue your goals and your dreams and the things that you really wanted. And like looking back on it, it was probably the best thing for you, to be like on your journey pursuing your things, even if at times, pile number 2, you felt lonely. Okay. But I do feel like this person has this like magical memory of you. Okay. And they may look at a picture of you, or they have some magical memory of you. All right. And, yeah, so they just don't want to, with the King of Pentacles, I feel like this person doesn't really want to let go of the idea or the thought of you or you two getting to know each other. They don't really want to let go of that, pile number 2. Okay. So we could have fire and earth signs in this reading. We saw Sagittarius and Taurus already. We could also have Virgos here. But pile number 2, I'm going to go ahead and leave the reading there, my loves. And if you'd like to explore your situation with me further, you can always book a personal reading with me. And upcoming in the future will be an option to book a natal chart reading with me, which I'm working on that right now. So coming soon, pile number 2. So thank you so much, pile number 2, and take care, my loves. Let's move on to pile number 3. Okay. Let's do it. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the white tea light. Pile number 3, I got an excited feeling. Maybe you guys are like looking forward to something, or you're like nervous about something, or you're gonna go buy something cool, or you're excited to go somewhere, but I'm just getting that kind of excited, nervous feeling. Maybe some of you are going out on a date and you need to buy a new outfit or something. Oh, there's the King of Wands and the World card. Somebody wants to impress, pile number 3. Okay, you guys got the King of Wands already just popped up in your reading, but let's go ahead. I'm gonna put this here. Whatever endeavors you put yourself into, pile number 3, you're going to be successful. You're going to close the deal. You're going to make it happen. Okay. Maybe some of you have like a job interview, or you need to go buy a new outfit for something, for an important occasion. Okay. But whatever you're doing, pile number 3, I feel like you're definitely going to impress. But let's go ahead and see. This reading is called Light My Fire, Their Thoughts and Feelings. So let's go ahead. I'm going to get 3 cards first. Spirit, can you tell me? Can you tell me, please? Their thoughts and feelings, please. Their thoughts and feelers. Okay. 4 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Come on, baby. Light my fire. Ooh. Pile number 3. The 4 of Wands is definitely in the King of Wands. Light my fire. Hey now. All right. And I feel like some of you, pile number 3, are going to finally be getting the attention that you deserve. Your work may be finally getting the attention that it deserves too. You may be catching the eye of someone at work or in the community where you do your work, whatever it happens to be. But I definitely feel like you guys are out here looking to impress, and I feel like you are impressing people. Okay, and maybe you're not even trying that hard, but I feel like you are. Well, no, I take that back. With the World card, you paid your dues. You definitely have worked hard or tried hard at something. But I feel like the next phase coming up for you, pile number 3, is going to be like acknowledgement, recognition, achievement, goals coming to fruition, attacking things head on. Okay, somebody really taking notice of what you've been up to. All right, which is really nice. It's 311 in your reading, pile number 3. I actually love that number, so 311, and the Four of Wands is definitely a light my fire. So let's go ahead and see what this person, what are their thoughts and feelings. Oh, wow. And I love it because we got the boobies and I got to cover them up for PG-13 rated video purposes here, but we have the waiting card, and it does look like, okay, for those of you that were pregnant recently, or for those of you that have children, or for those of you that were needing to close out a cycle with the father of your children before you moved on to something else, okay? And you were worried about what type of father this person was going to be, or you were worried. I feel like all of this is going to turn out better than you thought, okay? Pile number 3. And I can see like you've been worried at times about how things were going to turn out, whether it's work, family, children, whatever it is. It's going to be okay. All right, pile number 3. But we have perseverance, taking care of essentials, restraint, leave well enough alone, moderation, and the right timing. Okay, but I feel like you guys have been waiting or looking for the right timing on something for a while, okay, in your own life, just in general. All right, because I feel this is more you guys. All right, but let's see what's going on with this person. We have Juno and partnership. Wow. Okay. And this King of Wands wanting to form an alliance with my pile number 3s, okay? If they know what's good for them, right? And Juno, with the King of Wands, we have the Zeus archetype with Juno and the partnership and the wife and all of this type of thing, all right? But partnership, okay? So this person is thinking about partnership with you. And some of them could actually be waiting to be with you or waiting for the right time to approach you, okay? And we have here moon and perception. Ooh, pile number 3. This person is trying to kind of find out how you see them and is trying to like see how you perceive them and see like what it is that you want in a partnership, okay? This person may be trying to kind of anticipate your needs in a partnership or seeing what you want or need, okay? Their perception is that, you know, you're looking for a partnership, okay? They're like, I think that's my perception, but the moon can sometimes change things. It's very changeable depending on how you look at things, okay? But let's see what else we have here. We have date. Ooh, like I said, wow. Pile number 3, some of you going out on a date. Hell yeah. We have meeting someone new, dating, getting back out there, planning, and setting a date, okay? So this person really wants to date you. Like they really get a good feeling from you with the moon and Juno that you're partnership material or your wifey material or your husband material. But this person like is perceiving you as somebody who would be a good partner or somebody who has the ability to be good in a partnership with someone, all right? And this person is wondering how you perceive them and what you're going to perceive of them, particularly like how they look or how they dress or what they got going on. They may be a little bit like, I see this person dressing up a little bit because they want to impress you or they want you to have like a good opinion of them, okay? So with this perception and date, I feel like this person is wanting to come off to you, pile number 3, in a positive manner, okay? Or wanting to come off to you in a, like that they're boyfriend material or girlfriend material, all right? But let's see. Ooh, Panther. Oh my God. Come on, baby. Light my fire indeed. Panther. We got the Black Panther showing up in pile number 3. So this is like, you know, this person is very intensely focused, I feel, and creating the right perception. And I feel like this person wants you to see them as like powerful and sexy and that they have their shit together. And one of you, both of you, or one of you may have amazing eyes. Somebody here, I'm getting that scorpionic feeling too. So we may have somebody here with the moon in Scorpio, or a lot of Libra and Scorpio in their chart, but somebody having really like gorgeous, striking eyes, okay? And this person may like to bite. They may like things a little rough sexually, okay? And this person has a very strong libido and sexual appetite, okay? But I also feel like this person isn't, with the moon and partnership and perception, this person is wanting to show you like a more, what's the word? A more like civilized side to them, okay? Like that you can take them in public and go out with them and things like this. But make no sense about it, pile number 3, this person is on it, okay? And this person may be into, you know, some light BDSM or some power exchange in the bedroom. Like this person may be into some kinkier things or into some stuff. But I mean, I feel like on the outset, this person doesn't necessarily show that immediately. I feel like they're trying to like impress you or trying to, but I also feel like this person is wondering if you also like, you know, this person may have a bit of an aggressive side sexually, okay? They may be wondering if you have a little bit of an aggressive side sexually as well, okay? But yeah, okay? And I mean, with Juno, there is something in partnership. There is something about equal partnership here. But Panther is more about like power. So how do I feel like this person wants you to see them as powerful and like they're equal and that they're powerful, and they want their perception, your perception of them to be good, okay? We have past life. Wow, pile number 3. We got a past life connection up in this B, all right? Past life and Panther, okay? This person has like a very, very strong sexual attraction to you. Like something about you like drives them wild, pile number 3. It really, really does. And there is this like magnetic quality, like with the moon. There is this very like hypnotic, colorful, changeable, varied, interesting. Like I said, one of you may have really gorgeous eyes, or eyes that change colors based on what you're wearing, hazel eyes, blue, green eyes, like just eyes that are different and unique, all right? And I feel like as soon as this person saw you, they were like, whoa, like, oh, whoa, their eyes like popping out of their head, pile number 3. Wow, okay. And you guys are like, okay then, you know, because I feel like you have been like waiting, taking care of the essentials, working hard, pile number 3, like taking care of your family, taking care of kids, taking care of your projects at work, everything that you've been doing. And I feel like you guys have been very patient with this World card, okay? And some of you may have been like waiting for someone to come in and sweep you off your feet. And this King of Wands is coming to wanting to sweep you off your feet, okay? Or coming to like really lay it on ya, pile number 3. I'm getting a real Keith Sweat vibe up in this mother, pile number 3, up in this motherfucker. It's a real vibe, all right? And it's like, I mean, I feel like it's interesting with you guys because you may have been with some people in the past that were very like sexual, like to put their power over people sexually, or men or women that had very bad tempers, okay? And some of that may be a little bit scary to you in a way. I feel pile number 3, because I mean, I feel like you love like a sexy, hot, you know, masculine or feminine, whatever it is that you like. Like you really like that person that when they look at you, you just like burn up inside and you're like, ooh, yeah, you know. But I also feel that you've been with people in the past who have been very controlling, very overpowering, people who have been possibly have really bad tempers or very, very aggressive or maybe even violent in the past. Okay, pile number 3. So I do think there is something like, there may be a little something about this connection that scares you a little bit, pile number 3, because it is very intense. With this Panther and past life, there is this very, very intense, you know, feeling. It's like, I think I said it in a reading the other day, abracadabra, I want to reach out and grab ya. Okay, it's like, yeah, this person is definitely on it. I mean, I think they're going to present themselves as more like of an equal and more calm and more like, but I feel like this person with the moon could also be like their moods could change or shift from time to time. And that may be a little bit scary because I feel like some of you have been with people in the past who've been very moody or controlling, etc. All right, but I feel like, you know, if this is a new person in your life, pile number 3, I really do feel like they're trying to impress you, or they're trying to, they want you to feel like they're a nice guy or a nice girl, okay? So they want you to feel that way. But underneath it, I do think there is some like burning magnetic attraction to you, pile number 3. And people may have a way of becoming obsessed with you, like sexually, I feel, pile number 3, or they may have a way of just becoming obsessed with you in general. So I think you guys are very careful of that. And I do think this person with the moon here is intuitively picking up on that and picking up on something like similar, or having a sense of deja vu with you. Okay, but let's see. We have yearning. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So there is this magnetic attraction between you and this person that, I mean, it could, you guys could have been, you know, with this Juno and the moon, you could have been married with kids in a past life. Who knows? You could have been somehow in the same family together with the moon, or married into a very powerful family with this partnership and moon, okay, and Juno. So, I mean, you're very powerful too, pile number 3, just so you know that. You may not be up there like, you know, aggressively fighting people or doing stuff like that. I think you're more like emotionally controlled. I think you're more balanced than that, pile number 3, but you may sometimes be around people who are very, very passionate, and for whatever reason, you arise these intense passions within them. But don't get me wrong, pile number 3, like there is a lot of yearning and sexual yearning for one another, okay? And maybe you've been a little bit bored lately, pile number 3, and like yearning for a very sexy, sensitive lover who will really lay it down. And I see that is a very strong possibility of happening, pile number 3. I feel like pile number 3 is getting laid. Good for you. Happiness. As soon as I said that, happiness, all right? I also feel like you would really satisfy this person, like your body or the way you look. This person with the moon, I see the boobies over here, may be into like boobies. They may be really into like not some skinny mini, but like, I'm not trying to be mean to the skinny people, but they may like, you know, they may like the curvy curves going on, pile number 3, okay? But something about your body or the way that you look or the way that you dress and the way that you act is like, this person's like, you know, like licking their lips over here. We have frustration. So this person in the past, I feel like this person in the past may have been like sexually frustrated, okay? Frustrated that their partner isn't open. I feel like in the past, this person may have been with people that were like sexually incompatible. So I do think they're looking for sexual compatibility. I also think this person may be sexually frustrated and may need to kind of get those energies out, if you know what I mean. Like some people can get very tightly wound up, like Panther, they can get very like, you know, just tightly wound up. And what they really need to do is to like release some tension. So this person looks a whole lot happier once they've released the tension within, okay? And I feel like in the past, they might have been with people who were like very moody, who they couldn't keep happy no matter what they did. And the sexual energy got off, okay? Or didn't get off. It just didn't work out in a good way. Okay, so I think this person is now kind of like looking for the full package, okay? And I think in the past, they haven't really experienced that. And it may have been very frustrating for them, okay? And let's see what else. Interesting. So for my women watching this who are watching for a man, I just have to say their ideas about the roles with men and women may be kind of interesting, okay? And they may, you know, they may want someone who's a little bit more traditionally, like the traditional roles with the women and the man and the da-da-da, okay? But I also feel like you guys are very independent. Like you're very nurturing, pile number 3. You're very, very nurturing to the people that you love and care about, children, you know, projects, the things that you love. Like you're very committed and nurturing. But at the same time, with Juno here, you guys are also very independent and powerful. Okay, so, you know, you have many sides to you as well. And I don't feel like you're a person who's getting angry very often. But if you do, I feel like people are really going to need to watch out if that's the situation. But at the same time, I just feel like, you know, there may be some discussions in this connection, pile number 3, around the gender roles or the roles of people in relationships and what that is, okay, and what that represents. And sometimes, you know, that needs to happen, or that is a thing that comes up, all right? But let's see, we also have part of fortune and increase, okay? So this person, the part of fortune has to do with our money, but it also has to do like where we're happiest, okay? And also luck. So the part of fortune is also a luck thing. So I feel like, you know, this person is like, I want to, you know, I'm yearning for pile number 3. I want to get lucky. I want to see this connection come off. I want to see us get together. I want to make this happen in the physical. You know, this person is looking to increase their happiness in life and decrease their tension and frustration, okay? And I feel like they think you're a person that they can do that with. And I feel some of you here, like when it comes to your work, you're very committed, or when it comes to caring for things, you're very committed. But I also feel like you have an easygoing nature, pile number 3, at times, you know, when it comes to just day-to-day interactions. And things don't have to be like overly complicated all the time. And I feel like this person really likes that, because I feel like with frustration and happiness, this person in the past could have been with people who like complicated every little thing, and with people who just couldn't enjoy the moment, like in that moment with the 4 of Wands here, okay? So they are looking for someone that they can truly enjoy the moment with, all right? That isn't like constantly like over complicating things or ruining special moments or ruining their happiness, all right? And I feel like with you, they see like all the possibilities where it's like, you know, we could have a lot of fun together. We could be happy together. We could like really be a good couple with this partnership card, okay? like power couple with partnership and Panther. All right. And we have the Queen. Okay. So let's look at what else is going on here. We have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Okay. So the Queen of Pentacles is like very domestic, very project driven, very deadline driven, very practical. Okay. Not, and very dedicated to the ones that he or she loves, okay? And I do feel like this person has been missing nurturing in their relationships. Like they have really, really been missing that. And they could have been with some people who were like very cold, okay? This person could have a mother who's like very, very important to them. Maybe their mother passed earlier in life, or, you know, their mother's been sick or ill, or they, for whatever reason, I just feel like this person is in need of some nurturing, all right? And in need of like being with someone who knows how to just kind of like keep things nice and simple on a day-to-day and not go crazy over things, all right? So that's interesting. And they could have been with some people in the past that were like very cold, okay, or unfeeling at times. And I feel like this person just doesn't want that anymore. Like they want warmth. We have Justice here. Okay. Well, I mean, the interesting thing is pile number 3 is, although you are very like womanly or manly or whatever it is that you are, you're very, you're very you, and you're very calm and centered and balanced and fair with people, I feel. You're also very independent, and you're looking for equality in your connections, okay? And, Justice is definitely like seeking equality. And I think that pile number 3, it's 333 in your reading right now, Empress number times 3. I think that you are okay to have, you want to have equal duties, I feel, with a partnership. Like you don't want to be the one always cleaning, always cooking, always, always all these things. I think you have a very like independent, smart, balanced side to you, quite intelligent, pile number 3, and very like strong, very strong mind and very sound mind. And I feel like, this person in the past could have been around people that didn't make very good decisions, people that were very selfish and didn't think of others, and this type of thing. Now, you are completely different than that, pile number 3, because you are fair with people and you are kind to people. But if someone is expecting you to do everything for the man, or do these types of things, I feel like they're going to have another thing coming, pile number 3, because there is a side to you that is like, okay, like I am like an independent woman, or I am I want to have my own thing, and I want to do my own thing, and I don't always yes, I am a mother. And I'm just saying this, pile number 3. Some of you here might not even be mothers. You may be, working on your career and thinking about, do I want to be a mother, and trying to make these decisions. All right. But I just think that, having equality and being respected for your choices in your mind is very important, pile number 3. And so it's interesting because even though as warm and as caring as you are, there are sides that I feel like you're not necessarily going to compromise on, okay? So you and this person may need to find some balance with that, is what I'm getting, pile number 3. We have the Ace of Cups reversed, okay? So this person, like I said, they've been with people who've been very cold and haven't been nurturing, haven't been loving, have like kind of denied them the love that they need. And I do feel like this person is really like seeking for that, okay? But I also feel like for you guys, it's a time for you to kind of like stay independent and stay fierce with what you're doing. And it's not that you don't want a relationship. I think you're just very aware of the commitments of family life. And you're very aware, like some of you could have had mothers that were more like career mothers, or were trying to have kids but also worked all the time and were constantly exhausted, or were trying to do everything, okay, and saw the struggle there. I just feel like some of you have really kind of had an education in that, okay? And I feel for you, pile number 3, education is also very important to you, and being like knowledgeable on things is very important to you too. And I do feel like you guys want to be respected for your minds as well, okay? And, you know, some of you may be air signs as well. We may have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius here, or people that have a heavy air in their chart. But yeah, I mean, I just feel with justice here, you guys really want to be respected, not just for like what you can do for other people, but for who you are. Do you know what I'm saying, pile number 3? So you're not just respected for everything that you do for other people, or over giving or doing everything for other people, but instead respected for who you are and what you have to offer as a person, okay? And I think ultimately having that equality in partnerships and having someone that really respects that about you is gonna be very important, okay? So like the jury is out, I think, a little bit here, pile number 3, on how this person is, you know, what these, I think time will tell, and it's a decision, right? And I feel like you're not as driven by like blind emotion anymore, or just pure dedication to something. I think you're in a position where you want to be making wise choices for your future. And you don't, you know, you're not really going to be making choices out of like total emotion or just dedication, pure dedication without like blind love. You know what I mean? You're really wanting to stay intelligent and informed about what it is that you're doing with your relationships, okay? So I do think that this person is highly impressed with you. I do think they want to make a good impression on you. I think they're very sexually attracted to you. The only thing that I'm seeing here, pile number 3, is as you and this person get to know each other, or as you're getting to know each other, how does like your values balance out, like day-to-day living, right? I mean, I don't think you're a drama queen or king in any way, pile number 3. I think you're a very centered human being, very rational as well, with justice, all right? But I also just think, again, you're very refined. So you're looking for that equality. And I do think that this person with moon and partnership and perception, they may present themselves as like seeking that too, but underneath they may have some more like traditional habits around relationships, okay? So sorry so much for the gender talk. I know not everyone identifies with that, and I just have to say what I'm seeing, because I feel like you guys are like very important, pile number 3, and your life is very important, and the things you're working on is important. And you know, you've come so far in your life. Some of you may actually be business owners in the future, or you may be managers, or you may be in charge of a company, or you know, you've come so far. I feel like, pile number 3. So whoever you're with is going to have to understand the various sides of pile number 3, okay? And, you know, this person, I think, is sensitive to feeling unloved by women or womanly figures such as mothers, etc., or not getting the attention that they need, or have been with colder people in the past. So I just think there's some navigation that might need to happen around that pile number 3. Now, this could be down the road. This could be something that comes up in the future. I do think you're going to have a really nice date with this person, or a good time with this person. And I do think you're going to have some real sexy times with this person too. All right. But we just want to be, You know, sometimes when someone is trying to impress someone else, they show them kind of what they want to see. Like people always say on, you know, like the first like dates that you have with someone, people kind of send their representative or like the best part of themselves or the person that they want, you know, the person that they want that other person to see, that type of thing, right? But time will tell. I'm not saying they're a bad person or anything. I'm just saying pile number 3, time will tell. Okay, as you navigate or get to know someone, time will definitely tell on, you know, whether like, because I feel you're in a position to make empowered decisions for yourself either way. Pile number 3, gone are the days of blind devotion or overgiving or codependency or things like that. I just feel like you guys are like, no more. You know, I'm making choices that are balanced for me and my people, my family, my children, whatever it is that you're doing. Okay, pile number 3. So I think you could have fun. I think you could loosen up. I think you could have a good time with this person. In the future, time will tell as to how things work out. But pile number 3, that is what I am getting for you, my loves. I hope that that reading resonated for you. And I'd love to hear any feedback or comments that you have regarding the reading. Take care, everybody, and blessings on your path.